Chicago's first choice for today's hottest music, man. Told you Hot Boys gonna have the bad girl herself on the line, man. Miss Natlie Nunn, what's up, baby?
Hi, how are you?
What it is? How you feeling? Now, the last time we saw you, we was at the Rick Ross concert here in Chicago, man. You and your girls was out here, man. So, and you was good people. Said what's up to all your fans. So, you're a bad girl, but you still love your fans, though.
Of course, I love everybody. I don't have a heart, where I'm sad on anybody. And at the end of the day, I'm a bad girl, but I have good intentions, and I mean well, and,
No doubt. What you got going on? I mean, the show is over for you right now. What do you have going on right now? I've been reading so many things. Like, you gonna have a new show coming out. You've been counting down on your Twitter. I mean, what's going on with you, babe?
Well, Oxygen has just announced I am going to be on the new Love Games show, which is airing April 18th on Oxygen. So Monday, April 18th, I'm back for a full series show.
Okay.
And yeah, I've just been running around the globe, doing a lot of appearances, making sure I can meet all my fans and show, everybody love. And so that's really what's been going on in this time where I haven't been, on a full series show. But, I made my cameos and stuff on a couple other shows. And
right, yeah. You've been doing your thing. I mean, tell us about the new show, though. Let's go talk about it before we get into all the other stuff going on.
Well, you guys heard it here first, Chicago, because I haven't really done any interviews. They just announced today with the press release that it's coming April 18th.
Word.
So, it's me. It's my other favorite bad girl from season 2, Tanisha. She is the host.
All right.
And it's two other former bad girls, Leah, who was actually with me in Chicago when you saw me backstage.
Yeah.
And one other girl named Amber. So we are, the three of us girls, not including Tanisha because she's the host, we are competing for, it's like a game competition show, and we're competing for love. We're competing for love.
What? Y'all don't need to compete for no love. Come on, man. People trying to get at you.
You know what?
There's a line trying to get at you, girl.
I'm not always the lucky one when it comes to, I'm either breaking people's hearts or I kind of been known to be a heartbreaker and intimidating. Like, a lot of guys are very intimidated of just my ways of being a bad girl. I'm very, driven. I'm very driven for success. I like to, I always put work in front of me. So it's really not that easy for me to find a guy who's compatible with me. It's always something.
Okay. Well, wait a minute now. You have found a couple guys now. I mean, it has been, so let's just go ahead and jump into that. I read on Vibe.com that there was something, you, Shaq, Hoops. You go ahead, you fill in the rest.
No. People keep feeding into this Shaquille O'Neal story. There's really nothing. I don't even know. I've never met Hoops in my life.
Okay.
And I really don't even know where this story kind of stemmed from. I guess it was a picture. Shaquille O'Neal's always been one of my favorite athletes. A lot of people know now that I was an athlete in college. I played soccer and I ran track at USC. So I'm really into the sport. Every sport. I love sports. And so Shaq was just one of my favorite athletes, and I got the chance to meet him. I became friends with him, but I don't know where this whole story is going. It's not going anywhere.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now, before we get into the last little bit of things we had to talk to you about, there's something about a book I also read on that Vibe.com interview. You coming out with a book as well?
You know what? There's been a lot of, with my talent agent and with my publicist and my managers, we've kind of sat down and along this road, I am going to be putting out a book. There's been speculations of different dates, and there's been all these different, she's coming out with a book next month and all this, but there has been talk. I have been writing, and I just don't know, we can't expect it tomorrow, but a book is going to come, hopefully this year, 2011, and maybe after Love Games. So who knows?
All right. That is, I mean, you got so much stuff going on. I mean, the last thing, you know, we gotta ask you about this, man. Gotta ask you about it. Now, the Wiz Khalifa, Amber Rose, what's really good with it? Let's hear what happened. How did all of this beef happen? What's going on?
You're getting all the.
I gotta do it, baby. This, you know, the Shot Town. You got so many fans here. They want to know what's good with you.
Well, I could just honestly say that Wiz is honestly, like, he's not a bad guy. He's actually a really nice guy. I wouldn't have been spending as much time as I was spending with him if he was not a good person. So I hate to, like, throw people under the bus or make people look like they're the bad guy, because everybody knows I'm the bad girl. So I'm always going to get the slack. People are always going to point their fingers at me. I'm always going to be the bad guy or the bad girl. But at the end of the day, like, you know, I was hanging out with Wiz. We were spending time together, period, end of the story. Like, that's really what it was. And so where I kind of was upset, I guess you could say, and, like, angry and disappointed was the fact that because I have so much going on in my personal life and in my career and what I'm doing and working on projects and always, you know, busy with my own schedule, I couldn't always stop what I was doing to accommodate him and to be next to him, or go to his show, or jump on a plane and go here with him, or jump on a plane and go there. So, I mean, if he was just man enough to have just said to me, like, you know what, I really was feeling you, I wanted to hang out more, but you got too much going on with your own stuff, that would have been one thing. But instead, like, you know, he kind of, like, went behind my back and was, like, doing little stuff and hanging out with Amber, which it was nothing personal, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where I got upset with Amber was that she could have just, as a woman, she already had seen the pictures of me and Wiz, seen that I was backstage doing all the little things.
Was y'all cool? Was you and Amber cool?
Yeah. We had exchanged numbers back in November, and we had been text messaging, and we hosted a party together, and, like, she was always, the craziest thing about it is that she was always reaching out to me to hang out with her.
All right.
And I have all the text messages, like, I was barely really, like, able to sit back and respond to her half of the time. It was, like, her reaching out to me all the time.
Word.
And so finally when I saw the pictures of her and Wiz, I just simply, nicely, you know, like the bad girl that I am, that everybody always thinks that I'm the bad guy, I reached out to Amber, sent her a text message and said, yo, like, you know, what's going on? Like, do you want to at least talk to me about this? Like, you know what I mean? And no response. So, like, 2 weeks went by, no response. And it's like, if you're really a woman and the things that she always tweets, like, all of us women, girl power, we should all get along. That's just some fake ass to me. I went in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, what a lot of people think, like, when they watch the Bad Girls Club, you might see, like, it's very edited, but what you saw with me, like, those are my actions, that was me. There might have been things where it looked like, oh, Natlie was fake, but I could be the first person up here to say, nobody's fake, I'm not fake, I don't play that fake catty girl. Most of the time, I don't even deal with females, because females are snakes. Like,
what?
Straight up, like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, Amber was a snake, but that was some sketchy ass. Like, you couldn't respond to my text message, but every other week before up to this Wiz and You thing, you were steady text messaging me and blowing up my phone. So it's just fake, and, like, I just call it how I see it. And at the end of the day, it's not really directed towards her, like, oh, you, and making me look like I'm some jealous type female. Because at the end of the day, I could have stopped everything I was doing to been all up on Wiz's arm.
Really?
I just had too much going on for myself to stop what I'm doing for anybody. I don't care if it was Wiz or whoever it was. I don't care. Like, I have my own schedule, I have my own goals, and nobody's gonna stop me from getting to where I need to be. So, I mean, like I said, I guess some guys like girls who just don't have nothing going on for themselves, and that's, you know, probably best for you than for me to stop what I'm doing. Like, that's not gonna happen.
You gotta slow down so somebody can rub on that thing, though, girl. You gotta slow down now. I'm trying to, you know what, like, at the end of the day, I'm just doing what is set out for me to do right now. So, like, a lot of people, like, I mean, a lot of people are trying to be booked and do TV shows and do what I'm doing. I don't want to jeopardize the thing, like, you know, I don't want to jeopardize what I have going for myself for anybody. No doubt.
Like, anybody, you know what I mean? So even if it was this love show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I went on this love show, and what happens if I did have a boyfriend? I was going to pass up doing this opportunity and making all this money and, you know, doing this, like, for what? Like, no. I'm young still, so you know what I'm saying? I'm young, so at the end of the day, I don't need any boyfriend to hold me down right now. I need to do Natlie.
All right.
And that's it.
No doubt, man. Natlie, man, one thing I will say, baby, you keep it all the way 100. And when we met you, though, I only judge people on how, when I meet you or in my interaction with you, and you was cool. You know what I mean? Like, you was cool. You was speaking to people. So I can't do nothing but honor how you are.
I really hope this time around on this next show, I mean, again, you can definitely expect, even though it's a love show, Natlie is going to be very turned up. There are going to be times where you get to see other sides of me that maybe, hopefully, people didn't really catch the first time around on Bad Girls Club. But I just want to make sure that I continue to be America's favorite bad girl and to be real, because there's a difference between knowing a bad girl and a fake bad girl, and then knowing a bad girl who's, you know, educated and driven and, you know what I mean, like, about also positive things. A lot of people look at Natlie and they're like, okay, like, there's a reason why I'm the most talked about bad girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all the way bad, but at the end of the day, it's all good. You know, I'm gonna take the good with the bad, and I'm gonna spin it, and I'm just gonna create the Natlie brand, and that's what I'm trying to do, and that's it. And I'm gonna keep it real, and that's always gonna be 100, and I'm always gonna keep it, you know, funky and fresh for everybody. And I really am excited for the next show. I hope everybody enjoys it and they get their Natlie fix, because it's been a year. It's been a year since I've been on TV, so everybody's gonna get that yearly fix again.
Hey, no doubt, man. Everybody ready to see you, girl. Way to do your thing, man. Much love and respect to you, and get back on this TV and do what you got to do. And always, hey, matter of fact, make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna follow you. I gotta follow you.
Absolutely.
I
love Chicago. When I was out there last, I had a great time. I was supposed to be back out there again recently, so hopefully I can get back out there sometime this spring while my new show's airing. That would be amazing, because I always have a blast in Chicago, and I love the pizza and downtown. And man, I like Chicago gives me good vibes. So every time I come, I get a lot of love, and I hope everybody out there is staying warm, because I know you guys have that bad weather and snow, and just make sure you guys stay safe and blessed.
Hey, man, we real over here, man. This little snow ain't nothing, man. Hey, appreciate you stopping by, man. Natlie, man, I'll get your Twitter information after we get off the air, man. Thanks a lot for stopping by the show, okay?
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Yeah.